The American stores we thought would last forever. There was a time when these stores felt permanent. No matter where you lived in America, they were always there. The giant parking lots, the glowing signs at night, the weekend shopping trips with your parents. For millions of families, these places became part of growing up itself. But one by one, they disappeared. Today, we're taking a trip back through the legendary American stores that once ruled the country, and the memories that made them unforgettable. Chapter 1: Kmart. The moment you heard those words, "Attention Kmart shoppers," everything stopped. Somewhere in the store, that famous blue light started flashing, and suddenly people rushed down the aisles hoping to grab the next blue light special before it was gone. What started as a simple clearance idea in the 1960s became one of the most recognizable promotions in American retail history. At its peak, Kmart had thousands of locations across the country. It wasn't just a store. It was where families bought school clothes, toys, kitchen appliances, and cheap snacks all in one trip. And somehow everybody remembers the cafeteria, the smell of popcorn, the frozen Coke, that little sub-sandwich people still talk about today. For decades, Kmart felt unstoppable. Now most of those giant buildings sit empty. Chapter 2. For generations, Sears was America's store. If you needed tools, clothes, appliances, bicycles, tires, or even a new house, Sears probably sold it. But the real magic arrived once a year, the Sears Wish Book. Every Christmas season, kids flipped through page after page circling toys they hoped would appear under the tree. It was practically a holiday tradition all by itself, and the brands became legendary. Kenmore appliances, Craftsman tools, Die Hard batteries. At one point, Sears operated more than 3,000 stores nationwide. Today, only a tiny handful remain. Chapter 3: RadioShack. Before the internet taught us everything, there was RadioShack. The place smelled like batteries, electronics, and possibility. You could walk in holding some mysterious wire or broken gadget part, and somehow the employee behind the counter knew exactly what you needed. For kids interested in technology, it felt like stepping into the future. Many people still remember the free battery club card, one free battery every month just for showing up. And long before laptops became common, RadioShack introduced families to affordable home computers like the TRS-80. At its height, the chain had over 7,000 locations. Then smartphones, online shopping, and changing technology slowly erased it from the map. Chapter 4. Toys R Us. For kids growing up in the 80s and 90s, Toys R Us felt magical. The second those automatic doors opened, it was sensory overload. Bright aisles stacked floor to ceiling with bikes, action figures, video games, dolls, trains, and every toy you had spent the whole year dreaming about. Most kids could navigate the store from memory. And then there was Jeffrey the Giraffe, smiling down from commercials and store signs everywhere. But nothing captured the feeling better than the song, "I Don't Want to Grow Up." That jingle is still burned into people's memories decades later. For a child, walking into Toys R Us felt like the best day of the year. Chapter 5. Woolworth. Long before giant supercenters took over, there was Woolworth, the classic five-and-dime store found in downtowns all across America. You could buy candy, school supplies, toys, kitchen items, and just about anything else for a few dollars. But what many people remember most was the lunch counter, those spinning stools, the grilled cheese sandwiches, the root beer floats. It felt simple in the best possible way. Woolworth helped define small-town shopping for nearly a century, before the final American stores disappeared in the 1990s. Chapter 6. Circuit City. If your family needed a new television or stereo system, there was a good chance you ended up at Circuit City. The stores felt futuristic at the time. Rows of giant TVs, walls covered in speakers, employees demonstrating the newest VCRs and camcorders. Circuit City became one of the pioneers of the electronics superstore format. For years, it stood right alongside the biggest names in tech retail. But once online shopping exploded and competitors like Best Buy surged ahead, the chain collapsed fast. By 2009, every location had closed. Chapter 7. Borders wasn't just a bookstore. It was an experience. You walked in planning to stay 10 minutes and somehow left 2 hours later. There were oversized chairs, coffee shops tucked in the corner, shelves that seemed endless, an entire afternoon spent wandering through books and magazines. For many people, Borders became a peaceful escape from everyday life. Then online shopping changed everything. As Amazon grew larger and digital books became more common, bookstores everywhere began disappearing. Borders closed for good in 2011. Chapter 8. A&P. For decades, A&P was one of the biggest grocery chains in America. And many people remember one thing immediately: the smell of coffee. Fresh beans grinding near the checkout filled the whole store with that warm, roasted aroma. At its peak, A&P operated thousands upon thousands of stores, and millions of families shopped there every single week. It survived wars, recessions, and more than a century of American history. But even giants eventually fade. The last stores closed in 2015. Chapter 9. Blockbuster. Friday night used to mean one thing: a trip to Blockbuster. Families piled into the car, hoping the newest movie wasn't already rented out. Everyone headed straight for the new releases wall first, and if the movie was gone, you had to settle for something else. People still remember carrying that blue membership card and hearing the same reminder every time: be kind, rewind. At its peak, Blockbuster had over 9,000 locations worldwide. Today, only one remains, standing alone in Bend, Oregon, like a museum from another era. Chapter 10. Montgomery Ward. Before online shopping, before Amazon, before even Sears, there was Montgomery Ward. It became famous for mail-order catalogs that allowed families living far from cities to order almost anything they needed. For rural America, it completely changed shopping forever. Most people had a nickname for it, though: Monkey Wards. The company lasted well over 100 years before finally disappearing in the early 2000s. Outro. These stores weren't just places to shop. They became part of family traditions, childhood memories, and everyday American life. And even though most of them are gone now, people still remember exactly how they felt walking through those doors. So now we want to hear from you. Which store do you miss the most? Let us know in the comments. And subscribe for more trips down memory lane.